Fame came early for these young stars, but life ended far too soon. Hollywood has always celebrated the bright lights of child actors, yet behind the glamour often lies heartbreak. Some lost their lives to tragic accidents, others to illness, addiction, or struggles too heavy for their young shoulders. In this tribute, we remember 33 child stars whose lives ended too soon, but whose talents continue to live on in the memories of fans around the world. If you find meaning in these tributes, please like this video, subscribe, and share your memories in the comments. Your support helps us keep these stories alive, so these young stars are never forgotten. Heather O'Rourke was only 12 years old when she passed away, but she had already left her mark on film history as Carol Ann in the Poltergeist series. Discovered by Steven Spielberg, her innocent face and the chilling line, "They're here," made her unforgettable. In 1988, she tragically died in San Diego from septic shock caused by an undiagnosed intestinal blockage. Heather's future was stolen, but her legacy as one of the most iconic child stars endures. Judith Barsi was a rising child star with a bright career ahead of her, lending her voice to animated classics like The Land Before Time and All Dogs Go to Heaven. Sadly, her life was cut short at just 10 years old when she was murdered by her father in a tragic murder-suicide. Judith's story remains one of Hollywood's darkest tragedies. Her sweet voice and innocence continue to live on through the films that made her beloved worldwide. River Phoenix rose to fame in Stand By Me and was hailed as one of the most talented actors of his generation. His performance in My Own Private Idaho showcased a depth beyond his years, earning him critical acclaim. But at just 23, River collapsed outside a Hollywood nightclub and died from an overdose of drugs. He was a young star whose brilliance promised greatness, and his untimely death remains one of Hollywood's greatest heartbreaks. Jonathan Brandis became a teen idol in the 1990s thanks to his roles in seaQuest DSV, Ladybugs, and Stephen King's It. Behind his fame, however, he struggled with depression as his career slowed in adulthood. In 2003, at just 27 years old, he died by suicide in Los Angeles. Brandis remains remembered as a talented actor who grew up on screen but faced challenges few could see behind the spotlight. Cameron Boyce was one of Disney Channel's brightest young stars, beloved for Jessie and the Descendants series. Beyond acting, he was admired for his activism and kindness. In 2019, at just 20 years old, Cameron tragically died in his sleep from an epileptic seizure. His passing shocked fans worldwide. Cameron Boyce's energy, smile, and talent made him unforgettable, and his legacy continues to inspire. Sawyer Sweeten grew up before our eyes as Jeffrey Barone on Everybody Loves Raymond. For 9 years, audiences watched him and his twin brother bring humor and warmth to the show. But in 2015, at only 19, Sawyer died by suicide while visiting family in Texas. His loss was a painful reminder that even the brightest smiles can hide the deepest struggles. Haim became a teen idol of the 1980s, remembered for his role in The Lost Boys and other popular films. His fame came early, but he battled with addiction for much of his life. In 2010, at the age of 38, he died from pneumonia complicated by heart issues in Burbank, California. Though gone too soon, Haim's work remains a symbol of an entire generation of young Hollywood. Brad Renfro was discovered at just 11 years old and cast in The Client, which launched him into stardom. He went on to appear in films like Sleepers and Apt Pupil, showing incredible promise. But behind the scenes, he struggled with substance abuse. In 2008, at only 25, Renfro died from a heroin overdose. Brad's story is one of raw talent overshadowed by tragedy, and his early death left fans mourning what could have been. Dana Plato was a familiar face on television in the late 1970s and 80s, playing Kimberly Drummond on the hit sitcom Different Strokes. Her fame was immense, but so were her struggles with addiction and personal battles. In 1999, at the age of 34, Dana died of a drug overdose in Oklahoma. Her story remains one of the most heartbreaking examples of the pressures of child stardom. Anissa Jones became famous as Buffy on the TV show Family Affair. a role that made her a household name in the 1960s. After the series ended, she found it difficult to continue her career and faced personal struggles. In 1976, at only 18 years old, she died from a drug overdose in California. Her short life was filled with both joy and hardship, and she is remembered fondly by those who grew up watching her. Matthew Garber will always be remembered as young Michael Banks in Disney's Mary Poppins. With his charm and bright smile, he helped make the film one of Disney's timeless classics. Sadly, Garber's career was brief, and his life even shorter. In 1977, at only 21, he died of pancreatitis caused by hepatitis in London. Though his life was short, Matthew Garber's role in one of Disney's greatest films ensures his place in cinema history. Carl Switzer, better known as Alfalfa from Our Gang, later The Little Rascals, became one of the most recognizable child stars of the 1930s. His mischievous grin and cowlick hairstyle made him unforgettable. But life after fame was difficult. In 1959, at just 31, he was shot and killed in a dispute in California. Alfalfa remains one of Hollywood's most iconic child characters, even decades after his tragic death. Bobby Driscoll was Walt Disney's first big child star, providing the voice of Peter Pan and starring in Song of the South and Treasure Island. He won a juvenile Oscar in 1950 for his performances, but after leaving Disney, Bobby struggled with addiction and poverty. In 1968, at just 31, he was found dead in New York City from heart failure related to drug abuse. His story is one of Hollywood's saddest downfalls, a boy who once symbolized magic but faced tragedy instead. Rob Knox was a British actor who appeared as Marcus Belby in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. His future in the franchise seemed bright. But in 2008, at just 18 years old, he was tragically stabbed while protecting his brother during a street fight in London. Rob Knox's bravery and talent made his sudden death a heartbreaking loss for both his family and fans worldwide. Sammi Kane Kraft was a talented athlete and actress, best known for her role in the 2005 remake of Bad News Bears, where her natural skill and charisma shone on screen. Beyond acting, she was a gifted baseball player who had competed at high levels, and she also pursued music with passion. In October 2012, tragedy struck when Kraft died in a car accident in Los Angeles at just 20 years old. Her passing remains a poignant reminder of a bright future, cut heartbreakingly short. Skye McCole Bartusiak won audiences over as Mel Gibson's youngest daughter in The Patriot, where her tender performance brought both innocence and depth to the film. She went on to appear in several movies and television projects, including Don't Say a Word and 24, showing range beyond her early breakout role. Away from the spotlight, she faced health challenges and struggles with substance use. In July 2014, at just 21 years old, she died from an accidental overdose at her Texas home. Michael Cuccione rose to fame as a member of MTV's parody boy band, 2GG Plusher, where his humor and charm won over fans. But beyond the screen, his personal story was far more profound. He battled Hodgkin's lymphoma from a young age, enduring multiple rounds of treatment with remarkable courage. Even while facing illness, Michael dedicated himself to raising awareness and funds for cancer research. Tragically, in 2001, he died at just 16. His resilience, positivity, and advocacy continue to inspire people worldwide. Dana Hill was a talented actress who brought charm and heart to every role she played. She appeared in films such as National Lampoon's European Vacation and became widely recognized for her voice work in beloved cartoons like DuckTales and Goof Troop. Diagnosed with diabetes at a young age, her condition affected her growth and often led to her portraying younger characters. Sadly, her health declined, and in 1996 she passed away at just 32. Dana's unique voice and spirit remain unforgettable in film and animation. Naya Rivera began her career as a child actress, appearing in television shows like Family Matters, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Even Stevens. Her breakthrough came when she starred as Santana Lopez on Glee, a role that showcased her powerful singing voice and strong screen presence. In July 2020, tragedy struck when she drowned in Lake Piru while boating with her young son, whom she saved before losing her own life. Naya's beauty, talent, and bravery made her unforgettable, and she remains deeply missed by fans worldwide. Lee Thompson. Young rose to fame as the star of Disney's The Famous Jet Jackson, where he became a beloved figure for many young viewers. As he grew older, he expanded his career with roles in films and television, including memorable performances in Friday Night Lights and Rizzoli Isles. Yet, behind the success, Lee privately battled depression, a struggle he kept hidden from the public. In 2013, he tragically died by suicide in Los Angeles at just 29. He is remembered as a gifted actor gone far too soon. Josh Ryan Evans became widely known for his role as Timmy, the endearing doll who came to life on the soap opera Passions. Born with a rare form of dwarfism, his small stature allowed him to convincingly play children throughout his teens and adulthood, giving him a unique presence on screen. Despite ongoing health challenges, Josh's humor and warmth made him deeply beloved by fans and colleagues alike. In 2002, he tragically died during heart surgery at just 20. His performances and spirit continue to be remembered with affection. Anton Yelchin began acting as a child, appearing in films like Hearts in Atlantis and Alpha Dog, where his natural talent quickly drew attention. His career truly accelerated when he portrayed Chekhov in the Star Trek reboot films, earning praise for his sensitivity, depth, and charm on screen. Just as his career was reaching new heights, tragedy struck in 2016 when a freak accident caused his car to roll and pin him at his Los Angeles home. At only 27, his death was a heartbreaking reminder of life's unpredictability. Bridgette Andersen captured hearts with her unforgettable role as the adorable young girl in the 1982 film Savannah Smiles. Her natural charm and talent made critics and fans alike believe she had a bright future ahead in Hollywood. However, as she grew older, Bridgette faced personal struggles and battled substance abuse during her teenage years. Tragically, her life was cut short in 1997 when she died of an overdose at just 21. Her story remains a poignant reminder of both the pressures of fame and the fragility of youth. Matthew Mindler was a child actor who gained recognition for his role alongside Paul Rudd in the 2011 comedy Our Idiot Brother. He also appeared in several independent films and television projects, showcasing a quiet but promising talent. After stepping away from acting, Matthew faced personal struggles that he kept largely private. Tragically, in 2021, he died by suicide in Pennsylvania at just 19 years old. Though his Hollywood career was brief, his loss remains a painful reminder of the challenges many young people silently endure. Ashley Aston Moore gained recognition for her standout role as the young version of Demi Moore's character in the beloved 1995 coming-of-age film Now and Then. Her performance captured the spirit of youth and earned praise from audiences and critics alike, with many seeing the potential for a long and successful career. Sadly, away from the spotlight, Ashley struggled with substance abuse, a battle that ultimately claimed her life in 2007 at only 26 years old. Her role in Now and Then remains cherished by fans who grew up with the film. Tara Correa-McMullen was a talented young actress best known for her role as Grace in the CBS drama Judging Amy. With her natural screen presence and maturity, she quickly stood out as a rising star, and many believed she had a promising future in Hollywood. Tragically, in 2005, at just 16 years old, Tara became the victim of a gang-related drive-by shooting in Inglewood, California. Her sudden death cut short a life and career filled with potential, leaving behind heartbreak for her family, fans, and colleagues. Logan Williams gained recognition for his role as young Barry Allen on the hit TV series The Flash, where his natural charisma and charm made him an instant fan favorite. He also appeared in other television projects, including Supernatural and When Calls the Heart. showing versatility as a young actor. Tragically, in 2020, Logan died at just 16 years old from an accidental fentanyl overdose. Following his passing, his mother bravely spoke out to raise awareness about the dangers of drug use among teens. Logan's memory continues to live on through his work. Jackson Odell was a gifted actor and singer-songwriter who showed talent in multiple creative fields. On screen, he appeared in projects like The Goldbergs, Modern Family, and iCarly, where his energy and humor stood out. Beyond acting, Jackson pursued his passion for music, writing songs for soundtracks including Forever My Girl. Tragically, in 2018, he was found dead in Los Angeles from an accidental overdose at just 20 years old. His passing left a void, but his music and performances continue to be cherished by fans worldwide. Scotty Beckett rose to fame in the 1930s as a beloved member of our gang, also known as the Little Rascals. As a child star, he won audiences over with his charm, cuteness, and impeccable comedic timing. Many believed he had the potential for a long and successful career. Sadly, like numerous child actors, he faced struggles as he grew older, battling addiction and legal troubles. In 1968, his life ended tragically from a barbiturate overdose at just 38. His story highlights the darker side of Hollywood's child stardom. Michelle Thomas was a familiar and beloved presence on 1990s television. She appeared on The Cosby Show as Justine Phillips and later won hearts as the sweet and bubbly Myra Monkhouse on Family Matters. Her warmth, charm, and vibrant personality made her a favorite among audiences, especially those who grew up watching her on screen. Behind the scenes, Michelle faced a private battle with a rare form of stomach cancer. Tragically, in 1998, she passed away at only 30 years old. Her legacy of laughter and light continues to endure. Lucille Ricksen was one of the silent era's brightest child stars, appearing in over a dozen films by the time she was just 14. Her maturity on screen impressed critics and audiences alike, and many predicted she would grow into one of Hollywood's great leading ladies. Tragically, Lucille fell ill with tuberculosis and died in Los Angeles in 1925 at only 14 years old. Her brief but shining career remains a haunting reminder of Hollywood's early child star tragedies. Trent Lehman gained recognition as Butch Everett on the 1970s sitcom Nanny and the Professor. His cheerful character brought laughter into many homes, but after the show ended, Trent struggled to find work and battled depression. In 1982, at only 20 years old, he died by suicide in Huntington Beach, California. Trent's passing highlights the challenges young actors often face when the spotlight fades too soon. Aaron Carter burst onto the music scene in the late 1990s as a child pop star, with hits like Aaron's Party, Come Get It. He was only 9 when he became a global sensation, touring with the Backstreet Boys and selling millions of records. But fame at such a young age came with heavy struggles. In 2022, at 34 years old, Aaron was found dead in his California home after drowning while under the influence of substances. Aaron Carter's life reflected both the excitement and the pressures of child stardom, leaving fans mourning the boy who once brought them so much joy. From Heather O'Rourke to Aaron Carter, these 33 child stars remind us of the fragile balance between fame and youth. Their lives ended far too soon, but their performances, voices, and music continue to live on in the hearts of millions. If this tribute touched you, please like this video, subscribe, and share your favorite memories in the comments below. By remembering them together, we ensure that their stories, though short, are never forgotten.